somewhere along the line, mid-morning, through the doors of his cell, he hears the clump of soldiers' feet, and he hears the jangle of the keys that are going to unlock and unbolt this door. He stands and he faces his fate, fully prepared to die. The door swings open. A soldier comes so close that he can feel the warmth of his body and smell him and understand that this is a person under stress, and he takes the chains and they're unlocked, and he hears them fall in a heap at his feet, and expecting to go out, and those hands that have just been freed of the chains soon are going to have nails driven through them. One of the soldiers gives him a shove, and he goes through the door, kind of losing his balance. And then someone says the words, "You're free to go." How do you process that? I kind of think he would have processed it like this: I'm not falling for this one. I know how this works. I know how you soldiers like to mock and tease and humiliate. I take about 3 steps toward the open gate door, and you're going to pounce on me and beat me up and strip me and humiliate me. I'm not falling for this. I'm not playing your games that you're going to give me a moment of hope just to dash my dreams one more time. I'm not falling for that. Sorry, not playing it. Not going there. You're free. Go. I'm not going. You out the door, or you're going to be in big trouble. Okay. Finally, he goes and he finally steps out the door, and he's fully expecting, take one more step and they're on me. One more step and I'm going to have a knife at my throat. One more step and I'm going to be beaten and abused. One more step. I don't hear footsteps behind me. At some point, I think he glanced back. There's no one there. I'm free. Perhaps they told him, perhaps he heard it through the whisper of the crowd, but somewhere he had to hear that you have been released by Pilate himself. And that center cross where you were going to be the crowning example of the day is now occupied by none other than someone he had to have heard of, this Jesus of Nazareth. And I'm free. What do you do next? I kind of suspect if you're walking and it's working for you, you just keep walking. Let's find the nearest gate of Jerusalem and just keep. I'm not going to run. I don't want to call attention to myself. I'm just going to keep walking. Perhaps somewhere along the line, there was a glance back, maybe over the wall or through a gate or on the path going up one of the hillsides outside of Jerusalem. Perhaps there was a glance back to a cross on a hill. Barabbas had seen crosses many times. It was not unknown to him. But I suspect whatever he thought from that point on, he never looked at a cross the same way again. Here's the reason this story is in the Bible. So you and I will never look at the cross the same way again. You see, now Barabbas has a choice to make. What is he going to do with his recently given back to him life? Is he going to continue as the rebel, the man with a cause, the man of self-will, the tough guy, the guy that's willing to take a life for a cause he believes in? Is he going to look at a cross and say, I got away with another one. I must be so smart. I must be really big stuff. That even they had me in chains. They had me dead to rights, and I'm walking free. You could look at that cross and gloss over it with a veneer of human pride if he so chose. It's possible for us to do the same. To look at a cross and just say, oh, that's quaint, that's nice, that's... For the people who are emotionally weak, they can find some solace in that myth or that story or that stuff. It's okay. It's a nice story. We can talk about it at Easter time or whatever. But, I really don't need that. That's not really touching me. You have that choice as well. I trust none of us are making that choice. Or Barabbas could make this choice. He could look at that cross and could say, it should have been me. 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 100, no, 1,000 times. It should have been me. But instead, Jesus took my place. This is the story of replacement. It's the story of substitution. It's the story of what we deserved and all the agony and all the punishment and all of the shame and all the humiliation of our sins shown to the world. And we suffer the eternal dire consequences of it. It should have been me. The next time you look at the cross, it should have been me. 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 100, no, 1,000 times. It should have been me. But instead, it was Jesus on the cross.